Good morning, traders. Welcome to the daily webinar. This part of the webinar with the cryptos will go for the weekly outlook, which we didn't do. So let me remind all the traders out there who will be watching this. We actually are opening our trading room to all of you, to the general public, for 2 weeks. You may want to join us and see. Even if you're skeptical about the method we use, which is called wave analysis, a method which I created, it's not Elliott wave method. It's different. So don't go wrong and say, hey, Elliott wave was there before you. I know that. Right? So don't get into that conversation. Join us. We're actually going to be trading live. So you will actually get to see how we take these trades live, how we manage the trades, how we close the trades. All the questions you have about the trades, we're going to answer. About the trades, we will answer. So join us, because you're not going to find this anywhere where you're going to have access to 2 live sessions daily for free. A lot of those gurus out there will not even allow you in the trading room if they have one. Most of them don't even have one, but if they do, you will not be allowed in there. And if you do, it's probably for half a session or something like that. So use the opportunity. I mean, if they allow you, join them. Join all the free sessions you could ever get anywhere, because then you're going to learn something, right? That's the whole point. So the more you join, the more you learn, the more you see all the methods, the more you see them at work. So please join, share the link, make sure more people come in. I would like to have more people who are skeptical about wave analysis, because the only way they're going to see it at work is if they join a live trading room where it is actually working. So with that, I'm going to go through Bitcoin. Let's start. Bitcoin, remember I told you, and the bigger picture, we're at the bottom. And if you join us, we'll probably do this in the room, more details of what I think Bitcoin is going to do. And again, you don't know where the bottoms or tops are on any given pair, on any given chart. You don't know where the tops and bottoms are. It is good to say buy at the bottom and sell at the top, but you don't know where that is. That's mostly an imagination, or that's mostly saying that sounds good, but impossible to do. Because did you think this was the bottom? Or this, or any one of them? And you don't know that, right? I'd say we don't know this is the bottom. Which means every time you break the low and you correct, you're going to break the low again. Now, can Bitcoin make another flag and break and make another flag and break and make? Oh, you're going to say that's impossible. Bitcoin wouldn't get to 4,000. Well, I mean, you know my views on that. So if you don't know it, join me. You will know my views on that. It could go anywhere. It could get to 1,000. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to go 1,000. I don't want to scare the heck out of you selling your Bitcoins. You shouldn't do that, right? You shouldn't listen to me and sell your Bitcoin. You should have listened to me and sell your Bitcoin at the top there. At the bottom here, it's an accumulation phase. It's how much Bitcoin can be accumulated in this range before the market moves up. Now, if you want to know what the hell is he talking about? Well, just imagine you were the sole big buyer of Bitcoin. So let's say you have an abundance of currency and you would like to manipulate this currency, this, whatever you call it, this coin. So you're thinking, hey, I have a great chance of making a lot of money here, and I have to coordinate it properly. I can't let it be seen by others what I'm doing. So I will quietly buy up a lot of it here. And anybody, force people to sell. Anybody who wants to buy, if I notice there's a lot of buying going on with me, then I'll have to drop it. And there's a way you can drop it. You can sell a huge sum that you already own. That's one way. Or you can put orders to sell, big orders to sell, but nobody wants to buy it. Right? So let's say Bitcoin doesn't look like it's going up. The whole market is scared. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin crashing. And you use that opportunity to say, hey, I'm selling off a lot of Bitcoin. And guess what happens? More people get scared because the price dropped a little. Once you put an order out to sell, you'd have to find buyers. And the buyers are like, oh, I don't want to buy here. This doesn't look good. So it will have to go downwards until it finds buyers. It's like an auction. Right? If I want to sell it and nobody wants to buy, I have to decide is either I'm not selling it or I have to go lower and find a buyer. So the price will eventually drop. Finding buyers doesn't mean transactions are happening. When you see those sharp drops, there are little transactions in them, right? So, and then I can start buying back at a lower point where people who are scared to heck is going to eventually sell their Bitcoin. You're going to say, well, what if everybody holds on? The market will stay exactly where it is for as long as you can probably hold yours. Now, the question is, how long can you hold yours? And if somebody is controlling this with huge amount of money that they have in abundance, they really don't care how long they put it into Bitcoin. They could keep it there longer than you can keep yours, because eventually you will need cash. And by you, I don't mean exactly you watching this webinar, but the bigger players, the medium players, the smaller players, the people who own 10 Bitcoins, right? And have to pay their bills, will eventually sell it. So sell it. If you know the volume that is out there then and you're controlling it, you will know what volume you actually control at some point, right? And then when you think you have enough, would be pretty good to carry the price up. And you would say, well, how can they do that? Well, that's the easy part of it, right? Just demand to buy more. Just put price, buy. I would like to buy, and I'm buying at a higher price, and I'm buying at a higher price. And nobody might sell, but the market is going to move upwards. That's creating demand where there is an absence of thing. Like if I go in the market tomorrow, if I come out and go to the shop and say, there is no orange in the shop, and I was like, hey, I would like to buy orange. I'll buy it at 10 times the price you guys are selling orange. Maybe the guy is going to go find some orange for me, right? So basically, everybody who has Bitcoin might not be selling because the price is going up. They will hold it. And that will be their downfall. That will be their problem, because the higher it goes, the more people want to buy, because nobody wants to buy Bitcoin here. They want to buy Bitcoin here and here, like the guy who bought there. I know that because he was making noise on my video when I said you should sell. He was like, this guy has no idea what he's doing. He's crazy. You should be buying Bitcoin. He's going to 200,000. Well, maybe he's right, but he either still has to hold it or he has to sell some of that, because, you know, you have to live. You need money. So basically, that's the point. They're actually going to accumulate until they move up. Would it go back up? I don't know. But based on the way we look at the patterns, you can get in and get out more often so that you're not trapped with it. You don't have to hold it. So I was saying you could have bought already, which means you would have bought this one here and put it to break even. It didn't come back to that level. It actually did this, come here, and it's going up. So I think it's coming to this level. That is with this sharp move. Based on the way we look at patterns, when it gets to that level, the probability of it dropping back here is pretty high. So what you would do if you're in Bitcoin? Well, all you will do is you'll follow it up and you'll put an insured to sell here. So you bought here, you put an insured to sell there, it gets to the top, you don't have to worry. If it drops like this, like if you had bought here or here, and you put an insured to sell here, and then you put an insured to sell here, and this drop, well, you're out of Bitcoin. You can use that same money to buy back here. See, that's the amazing part of using wave analysis, understanding when to get the hell out of it and wait to use the same money to buy much more at a lower price. And that is what the charts are telling us. Now, can it drop? I think so. The probability for it dropping is about 80%. If it breaks this top and consolidate, you will move your order to sell at a higher point. Well, let's see. I think it's going to drop. It's going back up to this top here. We're looking at this sharp wave. That's why we have those two lines, which means Ethereum is going up a little more. Ethereum, it might break this top. Same thing. I'm looking at this flat. See there, from that there's a high probability they come down now. Can Ethereum go back all the way to this top here? It's possible, but that would be unlikely because we did tag this bottom. So I think the maximum is coming back to this top and then dropping. So they all have a little move up and then downside. Should you buy into this one here? Not a good idea, because I don't think it's going up way to the top. You should have bought to the bottom here or somewhere in this one going up. OMG, same here. This is likely, this could drop anytime, but it seems like they're trying to go back up. I don't think this is going to go back up quite a lot. We actually came to this top here. Now it could go back up there and then come, but there's a chance you're just making a flat here and it will drop. So I expect this to break the low again, and then we'll see what happens from that point. XRP, this one is going to drop. This is literally making a flat here. Right, it's going to probably do this, and then this will drop. I don't see this taking off to the top. So be careful with this one in the bigger picture, and in the smaller picture, it's downside. The 1 hour, the 4 hour, everything is downside. And that means the same here. See? This one was upside to break this top. You see that flag there, that consolidation there. We broke out of this. I thought this would go, but then they make another consolidation and they're going, which is rare. You don't get 2 consolidations in a row like that, but that's okay. It's going on. Where would this go? Now, this might be the only one that doesn't really have to come back down. We did have a deep, really not so good pullback here. We had not a very sharp move up. But this could, if they're going up and they're starting, this is the low point in this one, then we could be making this one up. This wasn't exactly sharp to see they make deep pullback. So this is the only one that if it wants to go, could go. Structurally, it's fit to go. It's ready to go if they want to go, right? Now, if everything else is going to drop, I don't know if they're coordinating it or what, then this might drop. So you have to be cautious of that. If you get any flag above the top, it will be a buy setup. Dodge. This will have to drop because we came back pretty deep here. So at some point, this would have to go down, and we're kind of making a correction here for downside. ADA downside. This is already showing us a possibility they're going to drop. Now, this is at a very low point. So if this wants to go up, it can go up. But when they make such deep pullback, it's rare. They can go up, but it's rare. And especially when you're moving up like this, then the chances are you just probably drop here and then start the up move. So let's see if they drop better. If you're going to buy this, you probably want to start some really sharp move like this and then a flag here. Because if it keeps going up like this, that's not a good buy setup. Link. Okay, we're in this big picture. And Link is going to go back up one more. Link is going up and will probably continue to go because you're trying to get to this top. We're trying to do this. And then we'll do this and we'll do this. So it's likely it's going to come back here, go back there, and then break the low. So we're just in this big sideways move as of now. I think this is the way we look at it. It could be a little different. Maybe it's something like this, because this is very corrective. Maybe we're mistaking this and it's more like this, right? This is, I don't know, this is sharp unless we look at this as a flat like this. Let's say we take this to be this flat. Right, so you could make an argument for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, which is literally this looks good. So we're only doing this one up. We're only doing this up. And then we drop, break the low, and then go. So let's go with this first. And if it becomes more complex, then we go with the more complex. So we're trying to make this up. Let's go with that. And if you get more waves in it, then we'll add the more complex pattern. So put it like this, put this here. Probably going to break the top, and then you're coming to break the low. And then upside. Right? We're going to break this low and then upside. So you have some more buys. Be careful, it can make a deep correction. And a deep correction would actually be an advantage for you. If it makes a pretty deep correction here, it gives you a better buy to the top. From somewhere here, it gives you a buy to the top, and that's a better trade. So let's see if you get a deep correction. ADA, it's going to drop. This one doesn't necessarily have to drop because we broke the low already, and there's a very sharp move to the upside expected. It's not going as yet, but we're expecting this really sharp move to the upside, and then one more down. So let's see. If I'm wrong, they're just going to continue to go up. So this one might be worth buying, but it's going really, really slow. So if you're buying, if you bought this one here, which was this flag, you're probably going to give it some chance. Now, if you close it already, no problem. You can probably look for another buy here. That is above this one. And when it breaks the top there, put it to break even. Because from there, if they want to drop, they can drop. This is not exactly the sharp move up. 1 second, guys. My throat is getting dry. I'm a bit sick. I have a flu, so excuse me. Yeah, this one kind of going up. I don't see why. We're making this flat here, so probably they'll just do this and then drop. It's kind of it's not a really very good clear pattern. You can make an argument. I thought this was a contracting flat, but then they did this and they go back up, and they did this and they go back up, and they did it, and now it's coming down. So I don't see where I put this. Probably like that. No, that doesn't make sense. So it's not making sense right now. So which pieces to put in which? Probably stay away from it for now. There are much better ones to trade. Autumn. This is the buy setup, short term. You're getting a short-term buy setup to break this top, so they'll probably just go there. And we have a sharp move here. You'll probably come back, go back up, and then all of that looks like it's going to drop if they do that. But upside is possible right now. BNB, this will drop. This will definitely drop. You're getting a flat here. I don't see them going up much more. And this flat, that pattern looks like it could come down. Dash, upside to the top. Let's see where. Yep. So you've got this one, you got that, you get this, you get this, you get this, and we have this. So we're trying to make that move up there, and then one more down and then up. I don't think we have this up move anywhere. It's not completed, so they're doing it now. It has a little more to go. It could even go a little higher and then make that flat and then one more down. So buy setup, short term, yes. This one, okay, we broke the low. You could make an argument that this is a contract running flat with that one, and this is the absolute low. If you get buy setups, go for it. We don't have buy setups right now. This will probably go there, but then it has to come back to complete this flat, and then you have a buy setup. So if you actually get this, then yes, the buy setup would be okay. At least if they come back to this top and then decide to go down again, you can go with that. But right now it's looking good. Short term, it's not ready for the buyers yet. So that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy. Please join us live. We can look at other ones if you want to. Join the live sessions. New York, London, the links are in, we'll probably put the link in this description again, but it's in my previous 2 videos. Go look at those videos, and the link is in the description. Sign up, register, and see you in the trading room. Take care. Bye.